Alright, well, I guess this is going to be take two because I have to put it in slow-mo. So, just rolling into work and had some thoughts on the drive as I normally do. And had two concepts I was thinking about really heavily lately. One is don't complain, don't explain. It's really powerful when you understand it because one is you don't make yourself a victim, you don't blame, and you don't complain about it. And you realize like everything happens for a reason. It's always going to work out. Old Chinese farmer, right? Like just because a good event happens doesn't mean that it won't turn into something bad. Bad event turned into something beautiful. My life is a test of that. Every bad day has turned into something amazing down the road. And it's the other part is, of course, don't explain. And I that one I really struggled with for most of my life because I'm an overthinker and always want to give context. But in the end, it really doesn't matter because the more you explain yourself, the more either guilty you look, the more you look like you're lying, or the more that you just not taking action. And in a lot of situations with bosses and partners and life is sometimes they won't even understand the explanation you're trying to give. And really, your actions are your actions, and you don't really have to explain that to any other human being. Like, it's not, fuck them. Like, you're on your own path. And I find the more somebody explains something or tries to, it just shows their amount of noise and distractions they're creating or the amount of inaction they're taking. And, overthinking usually worrying doesn't change the outcome, you know. But yeah, and you adopt that, and yeah, it is what it is. Or another powerful one is, so what? So, and the second concept is one that I've been dealing with for a long time and kind of shaped me as a man, and that's nobody's coming to save you. Yeah, self-explanatory, I guess, but you really gain a lot of sense of self when you realize that really nobody is coming to save you. Your actions and consequences in life are your fault. Everything, like, and how and the only thing you can control in your life is your reaction, yourself. Can't control other people, and because of that, most people aren't even going to willing to help you. They'll probably give you excuses and they'll probably explain a lot. But, if you live by that at your core, you learn so much about life and the world and how things work, and really you just set yourself up for success. Now, it's not to say, asking for help, it's a different thing. But there's other things that are your control that you do need help with. But if you live by that motto and that realization, it liberates you. It gives you the independence and the power to kind of live your life freer. And you get to learn some cool shit. And you get to try stuff. And it really eliminates fear. And fear is a powerful thing. And if you eliminate fear out of your life, it gets exponentially better. You get into things like, it's funny, like, the most common phrase in the Bible is don't be afraid, don't have fear. And that is true. If you live your life without fear, because it all works out. As much as you think it isn't, it will. You'll just make it. Like, it's that simple. It's never easy, but it's simple. It seems to be the telltale of life, so. But yeah, and this last week been dealing with lots of new things in life, but like, and you notice too, like with these two concepts, is you'll notice how much noise is in your life, distractions, people, and the more somebody overthinks and doesn't do or doesn't set themselves up for success, you really see it. But that's their life, and you do your best to assist them as you can, but at the end of the day, it's on them, and you do your best to guide them or at least lead by example so they can use you as an example to learn, a bit of wisdom. But it's weird how overthinking and people, the trick is just taking action. It's how you fix your anxiety, your depression. Giving reasoning and excuses is really just thought, and it's not tangible. And it really just shows, like, just take action, and shit's gonna work out. Don't be scared. And if it doesn't, Chinese farmer, it'll work itself out down the road, and you just try to keep a positive mindset, and maybe try to decide things in kindness as best you can. I know it gets tricky. I struggle with that sometimes too. I find I could be a little harsh or a little indifferent, but it all usually comes out of love. It just doesn't show in the ways that most people think. But yeah, it's a funny world out there, and I had to say goodbye to some friends this week, moving on in life, and got some things off my chest, some people that needed to hear it. Even though it's not even really me to decide, at least it was my side, and I didn't even go into explanation. They don't need it. Just saying, thank you for the lessons in life, because those lessons are very important, and it made me into a man I am today, and the ability to really love myself more, and to move forward a little bit, get a little better. But anyways, get to work, enjoy some rain, and yeah. So another thing to think about in the next little while is the saying, "So what?" And somebody asked for why something. It's a very powerful saying. So what? Anyways, tally ho, motherfuckers.